Hey guys, David Bybee here. In today's lesson, we are going to do some footwork drills for kicking. Okay, so today's lesson, I'm going to show you a couple different ways to utilize footwork when it comes to kicking. Number one is what we call a skip or shuffle up. This is an easy way to cover a lot of distance when you're throwing a kick. But the downfall to this is you see it coming, right? So I'm not leading with my weapon. What does that mean per se? Is if I'm trying to kick you, we'll see we use a side kick today. If I'm trying to kick you with a side kick, if I'm doing a shuffle or a skip kick, the first thing you see is my support leg moving, not my kick leg. So for example, if I'm stepping up to cover a lot of distance, my back foot's gonna step up foot to foot. I change my knee high, and then I'm firing the kick out and then coming right back. So again, I'm stepping up, firing the kick, and coming right back. A great way to cover a lot of distance. The downfall is obviously they're seeing you move before the weapon. A quick way that you can kind of hide that is with a punch. So a skip is best done if they're running from you. So I'm stepping in with my jab. As my jab pulls back, I'm stepping up, and I'm able to fire the kick from there. So hiding your step with your punch is an ideal way to utilize that particular movement. The next movement is probably the hardest one in my opinion, and that is a pivot. A pivot is where I'm basically leading with my kick first and sliding my body as I'm kicking. So essentially here, I'm leading with my weapon. Now, when I do this, I want to have my feet really close together. I want to shift my weight on my back leg. Now, the biggest misconception here is a lot of people kind of jump and hop. This is not a hop, this is not a jump. This is a push and slide and torque of your hip. So for example, I shift my weight to my back leg, I pick my leg up off the ground first. So the first thing you're seeing is the weapon. From here, I'm pushing off this leg, turning my hip over, covering distance without stepping. Again, shift my weight to the back leg, picking my leg up and pushing my hip over, covering distance without stepping. Now, a pivot can be hard, especially if you're stationary, right? And you can't have your feet really wide. You want to have your feet right inside your shoulders. I like a forward and backwards motion, especially when I fought. I have my weight forward, backwards, forward, backwards. So now, from this position, it's a lot easier to spring off of a pivot and cover distance that way. When it comes to the pivot, again, it's a lot easier, right, to hit your opponent with a pivot than a step kick, because obviously you're masking the kick a lot better than you would with a step, right? The third way you can utilize footwork is what we call replacement footwork. This is really good, right? Especially if you're really quick off the line. Now I'm going to use this line right here. What is replacement footwork? Well, let's say my left foot is on my firing line, right there. My right foot's back, I'm in my fighting stance. I'm literally going to slide my back foot up, replace it with my front foot as I fire the kick, and then come back, replace, and step back. So it's a really good way to kind of shuffle up, put my foot exactly where it was, and come right back to the position. So I'm stepping up into the kick, firing the kick, and then coming right back. This is a great way, especially if you're fast, to get off the line and come right back and still have that barrier between you and your opponent. So again, you're replacing your foot, firing the kick, coming right back super quick. Stepping in, stepping out. Stepping in, stepping out. All right, so that is the replacement footwork. You can have the skip side kick, stepping, coming right in with the kick, and then you have my personal favorite from movement, the pivot, where you're leading with the weapon. So that's 3 different ways to fire the kick. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson.